can be done. More realistic is 4-2, honest to God, in God. Uh,
Yeah,
but that's what the bold takes are there for, right? And so a
exactly,
6-0
exactly.
6-0 in the division would be that's a special season because then really, I mean, really you're only looking at needing 3 or 4 wins outside of the division to get it into the playoffs. So yeah, 6-0 is the least bold of bold takes I think from that video. Uh, I'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, here's my explanation for that. I think the Colts and Titans, yes, I think I won't say easy 4-0, but I
Yeah,
think that it is very possible to sweep both of those teams.
yeah.
The Texans didn't do much as far as fixing their O line. And if we catch them on 2 bad weeks, let's say they're having an off season anyways, and we catch them on 2 bad weeks, it's very easily obtainable to get 6-0 in the division.
Well,
I,
I think if you can beat them early on week 3,
yeah,
right? That's when we play them first, and get that one out of the way, make it a statement win,
yeah,
and then that'll set the pace for the rest of the season. It's at home, right? And then really you don't have another division game until November 9th at Houston, right? We play Houston twice before we play anybody else in the division.
yeah. The
So
only thing I'm worried about,
get the Houston games out of the way, and then I think sweeping the division is likely.
it is very likely, and but here's a scenario on where it wouldn't work. Let's say we are 5-0 in the division, and the last week of the season comes around, and let's say we've
Hmm.
won 12 or 13 games, and we sit all of our starters, and
Yeah,
we play the Titans
yeah,
that last game. Then my bold take possibly
yeah.
wouldn't come true just because we're sitting all our starters. But
If
that,
if we're
you
if
know,
we're sitting at if we're sitting at 5-0 in the division, and it comes to that Tennessee game at home, and the division's pretty much locked up, I don't know if you even bother with trying to seed if you're not vying for the 1 seed. You know what
right,
I mean? Because really 3 and 4, in 3 and 4 seed, you're going to get a formidable opponent, at that 5 and 6 seed.
right.
Yeah, I think you would rest them at that point too.
Yeah. Nick says, do you guys think the Colts are better off with Daniel Jones? Shane Steichen played him twice a year when in Philly and decided to bring him over.
I'll,
I don't know. I really it just depends on the rest of the roster, and from what we saw last year,
I'll say
I don't
this:
know.
Daniel Jones has never taken a play off. For
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, great guy, right? No judgment on his character as a human being. His character as a leader on the football field. I mean, that when he did that, that's extremely telling to me. Like the quarterback is probably maybe the physically least intense. I mean, maybe based off of the way that he plays with that
Right.
offensive line too. But I mean, generally speaking, uh, the quarterback is the thinker, and everybody else is the force, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when
to
he
take a
sat
play
out
off,
that when he sat out that play, that bounced off of Twitter to the ends of the
yeah,
damn earth.
yeah, he's gonna be he'll it's gonna take a lot for everybody to forget that play,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, as much as we're gonna hate seeing Saquon's backward hurdle over the Jags. Nobody's gonna remember that it was Jerry and Jones, except for Jag fans. You know what I
Right.
mean? But when you're the quarterback and you take that play off, that sticks with you, right?
Yeah.
So
Yo,
it's
Vinny,
hard to
what's up,
shake
man?
that, right?
I
You know,
I don't see them bringing in Daniel Jones as a kind of a hey, here's a little bit of a boost to help you out. I truly think they did bring Daniel Jones in to start pretty much.
yeah, I do too. I do
I
too.
don't think they have as much faith in Anthony Richardson as some of the fans do in Indy. A lot of Indy fans, they still think that he's the guy and he just needs to develop a little bit more.
And you know what they're saying in Indianapolis? They're saying the same exact thing about us in Jacksonville about our guy.
They are.
But
They're like, how can they keep saying the same thing about Trevor? Blah blah blah.
right,
I
right.
understand. And
But
Trevor has
Trevor,
had a couple of bad injuries. I will
yeah,
say that.
yep.
But watching
But
both of
Trevor,
them play, I feel like Trevor is a better true passer. Anthony Richardson does have a hell of an arm, but
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is a better true passer.
And
And I
fantasy
don't know.
fantasy football fans will rate Anthony Richardson higher than Trevor
Yes, they
Lawrence,
will.
but
Yes, they will.
but the film watchers, it's not even a question,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
yeah, it's not even close when it comes to that. And I hate the people that only watch box scores and fantasy football and think that they know everything about football. No, just watch Trevor Lawrence spin the damn ball. That dude can make plays that no one else can make.
should we fill in chat? I imagine we jumped into it. So Dave and I were going over his bold takes for the season, and I said that the most likely of his bold. If you guys haven't watched it already, go watch it.
Please
But
do.
we're gonna be spoiling some of his bold takes. He did predict the Jags would sweep the division and go 6-0 within the division. I think out of all of his uh, bold predictions, that's probably the most likely to happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
Again, offensive player of the year for Brian Thomas, would love it. I think it's well within his capabilities, especially when he has a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence who's healthy and has a line and has an offensive coordinator and head coach like Liam Cohen.
yeah.
Uh, it's just the curse of being the Jacksonville market, right? We have to have just an astronomical type season, right? I mean, my God, Calais Campbell had an all-time season, and I don't think he won defensive. He didn't win this defensive player of the year because we've never had one, right?
Right.
So we've had players that have had the accolades to qualify for these awards, and it doesn't happen because
Hey, we've had
it's the Jags.
two man of the year winners, so
Yep, yep,
I will take that. And like we said this before the stream started up, even if Brian Thomas Jr. and or Travis Hunter had a stellar number one wide receiver or number one cornerback type year, it would take like three or four more touchdowns than the second guy and 300 or 400 more yards than the second guy, or more interceptions, way more interceptions, just for them to even consider voting those guys in to be the winners. Because again, it's a market thing. It's who's favorable, what teams they're hoping that the Giants or the Packers or someone like that just breaks through and is bigger than they are because they want those markets to succeed. Even though the Packers aren't a huge market, they're just an OG.
yeah.
People want them to
So
succeed.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've seen it around the other sports networks, like articles and stuff like that. Which year two wide receivers most likely to break out, and they have the five other first rounders, right? There's
Yeah,
Malik Neighbors, and Roma Dunze, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and a couple others I can't think.
yeah,
But they noticeably leave out Brian Thomas because they consider last year to be his breakout year. Which one, good on him for recognizing that. But what if he takes another level,
yeah,
right? That is only his rookie level with the type of quarterback play that he had last year. What's it going to look like with this offense, offensive scheme, with this head coach, with this healthy quarterback,
yeah.
with these other weapons, right? So uh, what's stopping him from taking that next level, right? Why
Right.
why can't he break out more?
Right. Yeah. It is the thing. Like in my brain, I'm like, well, maybe it's because he's already broken out, but there's always room to grow. He almost hit 1,300 yards, but I mean, there's that one barrier that wide receivers are always trying to break, and that's 2,000 yards. Will we ever see that happen? I don't know, but
Yeah.
will he put in the effort to try to get that? Absolutely. So yes, the ceiling is always higher, even though his floor is already right up there with his ceiling. Like there's a small gap because his athleticism and his skill is out. It's outmatched or it's unmatched. He is
Right.
one of the best right out the gate. So yes, they should have put him in as one of the top five next to break out. But as far as I'm concerned, the dude's already a top 3 wide receiver, which he was. He finished top 3 in most categories,
Yeah, I think
and he's a great
PFF
wide
ranked him
receiver.
as the 13 wide receiver.
Of course.
Well, I mean, again, because there's a little bit of bias, and there's
Yeah.
Jags bias in a negative way, and then also it was only 1 year, but
Right,
yeah, I
right.
think
But I guarantee you they put Neighbors
he is,
higher than him.
what's that?
I guarantee you they put Neighbors higher than him.
Yeah, I think they actually did.
Yeah.
I mean, Neighbors didn't have a bad year, but I guess they still didn't consider it a breakout year because I mean he was the only one being thrown to. Of
Yeah.
course, BTJ was really the only one out there towards the end of the year anyway.
True. He was the one making all the big plays happen. Most of the highlights that you'll watch from last season is all BTJ.
What a man, God! You just think back at that season and just how wasted it was. I mean, they
Yeah.
just did not utilize him for like the first third of the season, and by the time they actually realized his ability, Trevor was going out.
Yeah.
And there was no fixing the scheme. The scheme was the scheme. They put it in at the beginning of the year, and they were going to live and die with it, right?
Yep.
Live and die with the Press Taylor offense.
Yep.
And good Lord, it's man, it frustrating. It's frustrating to Let's not think about last year.
I know. And just one more thing, just a little thing. For Doug Peterson to do that twice.
Yeah.
Once with the Eagles and with us, I'm not even going to question what's going on with all that. Like, is Press Taylor and his wife having a couple on couple relationship with Doug and his wife?
I feel bad for whatever non-Power 5, college school hires Doug Peterson because he's a former, Super Bowl winning coach, and he hires Press Taylor.
Oh, he'll bring Press, which I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with the offense in Chicago with Ben Johnson bringing in Press Taylor.
Oh yeah.
I'm very curious.
He's a clipboard holder. That's him going back to the drawing board because I think Ben Johnson will. I'm not. Everybody's on the Bears hype train as they have been for the last. It feels like 3 years now. It just feels like everybody's like this is the year. This is the year that they're actually going to pull it all together. I think actually that this year may be something. I think that the NFC North may be susceptible to some setbacks, right? Minnesota not really knowing what they have with JJ McCarthy. The Packers will be the Packers. The Lions have lost both coordinators. They've lost some guys to free agency. So it's crazy to think that because the Lions and the Jags seemed like they were on the same trajectory
they did
a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
After Trayvon 1 and 8-2, right? And then it just collapsed for us for whatever reason. Not whatever reason, fucking broad dog and the love affair with Press Taylor.
Right. Now we can only hope that Ben Johnson has that same love affair with Press Taylor.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Right. What's up, Corbin? What's up, Jacob? How you guys doing? But yeah.
Anyway.
So we kind of wandered off from the bold takes there, but one of the bold takes that's not so bold is I do think Trayvon's going to get paid. I think that'll happen. I don't know what what the contract's going to look like.
I would say that he'll probably take a smaller deal to be a prove it because he is still a developing entity, right? Yeah. So he's not going to command these top of market type players, right? He's not going to get the TJ Watt. He's not going to get even the Josh Hines Allen contract, right?
Right.
He'll get paid, but he'll say, "I'll take a 2-year deal, and I'm gonna make you pay me in 2 years and make me a Jag for life."
Possibly,
because you're gonna have to pay me to keep me, kind of thing.
I think I originally said like 4 years, 110, which is still less than Josh Hines Allen, but it's still reasonable compared to everything else going on. I think maybe he waits for, maybe not. People are saying, maybe he'll wait for Micah Parsons to sign all this stuff. I think Trayvon just wants to get it done and out of the way. Like I think he's one of those
Yeah.
players. It's just like, I want the money, but it's not everything. Like, I just want to get out and play. Let's get it behind me. So I think they're probably working on it. And we'll also see something with Trey Hendrickson. People are going
I
crazy
know.
on Twitter right now.
They can wait. Just let that be as
Yeah.
dysfunctional can be. We play them week 2. Wait till week 3.
Yeah.
Whatever. Do what it takes to win. If they wanna pull BS over Cincinnati, by all means.
Yeah.
You know, it's always something with them at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So
A
let them do it.
lot of people on Twitter want James to swoop in and take him, and there's a lot of trade Trayvon talk. But would you really trade a player as young as Trayvon and with a very high ceiling for someone that's 30? I know he's in his prime. I know Trey Hendrickson he's in his prime. He's playing great, but I wouldn't trade a player like Trayvon who is 7 years younger than him with
Right.
you know
And Trey Hendrickson's looking for top of market money.
right,
And we just said that Trayvon's not going to demand that because he doesn't
right,
have that production.
right,
As much as we like his development and what he's shown over the course of his young career,
yeah,
he does not have the ability to demand that top of market money.
right.
And that's what Trey's going after.
But
So
we
I
still
don't
don't have the money to pay Trayvon and
what
get
he's earned. Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson
Right.
like people want.
Right.
People are like, well,
Right.
just move Trayvon to the inside, and blah blah blah. With what money? Because you're looking at 250 million between the two guys.
Hey, if anybody can do it, my faith's in James to get it done. I've put all my faith in him. Don't hurt me, James. I've been
Right.
hurt
I mean,
before.
hey, if James can figure it out and do it, then do it.
Right.
If there is a way to do it and for us to still have money for the future, by all means, do it. Like, I would be happy to see Josh Hines, Allen, Travon Walker, and Trey Hendrickson on the same line together. That would be insane. And then Eric Armstead, like, that's a pretty beastly group. And now with Mason Smith going on the PUP list, don't know how long he's going to be out for. We don't know the whole situation. Now people are getting a little crazed. They're like, the line's not complete. Even though people weren't all in on Mason Smith, but now they are. Now that he's on the PUP list, they're like, we're in trouble. Oh my God, what's happening? Everything's going downhill. So
with all that being said, let's actually get into what we wanted to talk to on the eve of training camp. Everybody's reported, rookies reported yesterday, veterans reported today.
Yep.
They're on the field tomorrow, right? So I would like to, let's talk about what we think the best and worst rooms are for each side of the ball. Special teams is fine. We've got all pros at all 3 positions: punter, kicker, and long snapper.
Yep.
So I think that's set, right?
Yep.
I'd love to see Cam Little hit a 60+ yarder this year. I'll just throw that one out there.
And I think I mentioned this at some point before. I think Liam Cohen is the coach to let him do it. I think if there's a point in a game where it's like, oh, here's a 68-yard field goal.
Let him kick him from our own 35.
Yeah, screw it. Just put him in there,
Right. So
I think Liam
anyway.
Cohen's the guy to let him do that.
You want to start with the defense or the offense?
You know what? Let's start with the offense, because I think this is the easiest one to start off with. We don't have to go too in depth with it.
Right.
Of course, worst.
Let's do this. I would like to do this if you don't.
Do
what
you need to do.
Let's real quick, live on air. Quarterback room, running back room, wide receiver, tight ends, offensive line, ranking 1 through 4, and then we'll.
Okay.
So do you have your 4?
Yeah.
I have my 4 too.
Okay.
Offensive line.
As 4. Like,
as 4.
Yes.
As the weakest of the offensive rooms.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that 4 as well. Just because they're all brand new for the most part. We got a lot of brand new guys. We don't know exactly how they're going to perform. You like to see the change, but we don't know much about these players except from where they came from, what little bit of film they have on them, what they've offered to the other teams, what they're going to offer to us with the new schemes and the new offense that Liam Cohen's going to run. So yes, I would put that as the worst of the offense.
Yeah.
but I'm
And
not
again,
gonna
like
say it's
like
worst
because they're
overall.
yeah, because they're all kind of brand new to each other and it's a new scheme and everything. Because communication is so critical up there at the line that you just really don't know who you're working with until you're in live fire, right?
Yeah,
It might take them a few weeks, and that would be the only thing that worries me really on the offense for the first 4 weeks, right? When we're
right.
really trying to, get this game, get this team going, right? So if the line's not there yet, it could spell disaster early in the season. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm on board with you. Number four is the offensive.
yeah, for
So
sure.
so number three, I imagine that three we're probably going to say the same thing too, right?
Tight end.
The running back room.
Ooh.
Well, I put wide receiver, tight end together.
Oh, you put them together. Okay, then
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
then
yeah. I mean, we can separate them if we can separate them, and I think I'd still just because we don't know what Travis Etienne is under
yeah,
this new program. I
true.
still have a lot of faith in what Travis Etienne is. I don't know that he's a Jaguar beyond this year.
Okay.
I like him.
Let's keep tight ends in with wide receivers. I'll go
Okay.
with you on that. I'll say running backs next. Yes, I have a lot of faith in ETN. I've got a lot of faith in Tank Bixby, and I do like Bashal Tootin coming in. I think he's going to be huge for us. I think this is
I
going to
think
be a
he's gonna be,
special.
I
Listen,
think he's gonna be.
I think Tank Bixby's going to see a lot of play time, which is going to alleviate a little bit of Travis Etienne. I think we're going to see a lot of him in the passing game, for sure. Jacob, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Appreciate it. Being on vacation. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome in. But yeah, I think Tank Bixby is going to step up. I think he's going to be huge for us. And I think Bashal Tootin is going to be the guy where Tank Bixby, Travis Etienne are a little bit winded. And then all of a sudden, Tootin comes in and he breaks open a huge run. I think he is capable of doing that. And I
Who was
think,
that running? Who was that running back? Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish your thought. I'm sorry. I thought you were finishing.
Oh, no, I think he is the type of player because he just feels like a Tank Bixby also. So when Tank Bigsby's winded, we're getting another player kind of like Tank coming in. So
Well,
I really,
I would say Bashal. Sorry, Bashal is the
yeah,
speedster,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where
yeah,
where Tank's been known as the bruiser. Now,
yeah,
Tank showed last year he can find another gear, right?
yeah, yeah. No, Tank
See,
definitely had some speed to him.
I see Bashal Tootin as Corey Grant, but with a higher ceiling, because Corey
Yeah,
Grant was wicked fast if you could get him out in space.
yeah,
It was just him finding that space that was his downfall. That and
right.
injuries. But I could see him definitely being like a Corey Grant type kind of like production kind of a guy his rookie year.
Now with
Um,
Liam Cohen's new style offense, I do foresee Travis Etienne being more of a pass catching running back, like he was planned to be in the beginning.
right. Yeah, I was about to say I was like Urban had him running
He did.
routes as
He
a
did.
receiver, right?
And I see
Yeah.
that happening a lot more this year, like he was originally planned to be, which I think allows Tank Bixby to step up and kind of be a main-ish type running back role and then gives Bashal Tootin a chance to come in and play a big part as well. What's up, Palm Bay?
Hey,
Also,
what's up?
Vinny, Brandon, what's up, guys? Didn't mean to not say hello to you guys, but welcome in.
Yeah,
Happy to
right.
have
We,
you
we're
on.
just engaged in this
Yeah,
conversation, guys.
we're in it.
Totally.
We're in it. So we've got the, of course, four being the offensive line because
The line.
we don't know. Then the running backs.
Running backs. And honestly, them being at three is not a discredit to that room. I don't want to. I
Exactly.
don't want it to be like number four. I think is earned. Right. One,
Yes.
they were the 31st offensive line going into last year. Had that chip on their shoulder and did absolutely nothing. Chip.
Yeah.
Uh, kind of proved that ranking. Right.
Yep.
So yeah, lots of changeover. It's got to be at four.
Yes.
The
Yep.
running back room, we both still like ETN as a player.
Well, yeah, we love him.
He's got to secure the ball. It's
Yeah.
been an issue for him. And I think that I think it gets into his head too because it's been an issue.
Yeah.
I think that I honest to God, I think that fumble in the end zone, game one against the Dolphins last year, set the whole pace for his 2024 season.
That's the
I
thing.
truly do.
When you look at the stats, he didn't have a fumbling problem. But I think
Oh,
that
really?
that one fumble kind of messed
Yeah.
with his mindset a little bit. So where he didn't have a fumbling problem, he didn't look like normal Travis Etienne.
Yeah,
So maybe that messed with him a little bit mentally.
maybe. Yeah, I remember that first year coming back with injury. He definitely had the fumbles. He had a
He
little
did.
security
He
issues.
still had a good
He tightened up for
year.
that year three,
Yeah.
his playing year two, but
Right.
his actual year three.
Right.
Uh, so again, ranked third out of four, not necessarily a discredit, but
Yeah.
just to a credit to the next two rooms. And
Right.
I'm interested to see what your rank is at here at two. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go?
Let's say it at the same time.
All right,
Three,
three,
two,
two,
one.
one.
Quarterbacks.
QB. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I listen.
Yep.
We'll get into the quarterbacks, but I think our wide receiver room is really special this year. I know it's mostly changed, but we'll get into that here in a minute. So yeah, quarterbacks being number two.
Yeah. I mean, and again, not a discredit to Trevor at all.
At all.
We've been defenders of Trevor
Yeah.
almost to a point where people criticize us for not being as critical, and I think we've been fairly critical of him. We've spotted his flaws and areas of
Yeah.
weakness and everything like
I
that.
told
He
somebody in a
did.
YouTube comment it's okay to be biased and critical at the same time.
Why wouldn't you want your QB to be a top 10, top 5 QB?
Exactly. We can have high hopes for him.
Yeah. Do you want Blaine back? Do you want Chad Henne back? I
Right.
mean, I know some people want Blake back, but I mean, do you want that caliber back?
Listen, you're
That's
talking
kind of
you're
what we've
talking
had.
about two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, okay? You shut your mouth. Isn't that weird to say that those two guys have freaking Super Bowls as backups, but you know,
Right, right.
it is
Well,
weird.
the one did beat us in the playoffs when Patty went down.
Yeah. And guess who is the backup for them now?
Right, the other one.
Is that going to be a third Jacksonville Jaguars QB getting a Super Bowl? We will see. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Jags are the ones in the Super Bowl this time.
And Jay Baby brought up a point. Trevor has matured, and they think this will be a better year for him. I think Trevor's always had to be mature as a leader,
Yeah.
just because, I mean, his rookie year, he was thrown to the dogs. I mean, Urban Meyer did not want to deal with any of the media's bullshit. And that left Trevor high and dry and having to answer questions that really weren't for him to answer, right? And then you get Doug Peterson in, and I've told you this, right? Personally, it feels like the last two coaching regimes thought Trevor was a finished product. And
Yes.
so they did not have to work on Trevor. And I don't think that they did. I think that Jim Bob Cooter did. And that's
Yeah.
why he got a better job. And that's
Yeah.
why we got the best out of Trevor his second year. But I don't think the last two coaching regimes thought they needed to work on Trevor. And I think that was a discredit to Trevor
Yeah.
because he is great. But greatness still needs to be coached up.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the game constantly changes, and you need someone there that is seeing it a different way than you to be able to coach you in a better way. Yes, there are some points when it's like for example, Doug's coaching staff. Yeah, I feel like they looked at him as a finished product and didn't coach him up as much as they should have. But also at the same point, a coaching staff needs to know when to just let him use his skill set and just go out there and throw it. It felt like they cared and didn't care at the same time over the past couple years.
Well, again,
Certain situations were just weird. It's like, why would they do that? It was
and
that's how it
that
felt.
scheme of dinking and dunking and setting up screens
Right.
and RPOs and Trevor needs to sling it. He needs to
Yeah.
throw that ball deep. I
Right.
don't think that he did it enough, and I think that caused him to have inaccuracy, especially once the injury started to mount. But
Yeah.
yeah, again, not a disservice at two, just because I obviously the wide receiver and tight end group we just think is going to be special this
Yeah.
year.
For
With
sure.
obviously an All Pro in Brian Thomas Jr., uh, a, an addition in De'Ami Brown, right, and then obviously the unicorn,
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. right?
Right.
And Brenton Strange, I think a lot of
Yeah.
people, even league wide, expect Brenton Strange to have a breakout this year as a tight
Yeah.
end.
I think Brenton Strange is going to do perfectly fine. I think he is going to be. I don't think he's going to be a top 10 tight end, but I think he is going to be a very good tight end. I think he's going to do his job.
Yep.
He's going to catch the ball when he needs to catch it. He's going to get us the first downs we need. They're going to set him up in the red zone for certain plays. I think he is going to be more than serviceable, I think is a good way to put Brenton Strange.
Yeah. I told you I think he'll be a TD sniper. I think we'll get into goal line situations
Yeah.
through the work of other people, and then he'll
Right.
be able to high point the ball and bring it down.
Right.
Yeah, Brenton Strange will be fine. The only thing that I will say about the tight end room, is they are missing Luke Farrell.
Yeah. I mean, Urban had dinner with his parents.
I know. I mean, he's got great parents.
How
So I
could we
mean,
ever let him go?
I don't know. It's the biggest tragedy to happen to Jacksonville, I think,
I
ever.
think Liam needs to go have dinner with his parents.
I we might have to go trade for him. Need to get James to
Bring him.
dinner
Yeah.
with his parents, and then
Yeah. And then bring him back.
fuck them picks and go.
Yeah. 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 Give up a first rounder to bring him back.
Right. I think we've brought that up pretty much every Teal deal.
I think that's going to be the running joke. It doesn't matter who we're talking about or what we're talking about. That will be brought up in every single Teal deal, no matter what.
And we love Luke. We love Luke.
Yeah.
That's definitely an urban thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But we're bearing the lead. We're talking about hyping up Brenton Strange, talking about Luke Farrell. I mean,
Yeah.
this receiving core is going to be
Oh my God.
heavily influenced by the success of BTJ and Travis.
Yeah, and I've mentioned this before. BTJ is BTJ. He is going to get focused on a lot. Travis Hunter is Travis Hunter. Teams are going to be looking at both of those guys and saying, holy shit, what are we going to do with both of them on the field?
Right.
And then De'Ami Brown, who has the skill set that Trevor loves and needs. A big body wide receiver that can go deep and get the damn ball and get those 50-50 balls. That's his guy. I think we're going to see a lot from De'Ami this year.
I see De'Ami being Trevor's new Zay Jones.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I think Trevor struggled without a Zay Jones to throw to.
Yeah.
Parker Washington was a Christian Kirk. We already had a Christian Kirk, right?
Right.
And then we had a Calvin Ridley who was, just Calvin Ridley, and now we have Brian Thomas Jr. who's leagues above what Calvin Ridley was even for us. So yeah, I can see De'Ami Brown being that Zay Jones kind of guy, where it was just like, okay, yeah, good pickup, solid pickup, and then he's just there.
Yeah.
He's like, Zay Jones showed up big time for the Dallas game, for that Baltimore game, for the Raiders game. I mean, he was there,
Yeah.
So
I think we're going to see. So I believe De'Ami Brown is on a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
If he does as good as we think he will, I think he'll get an extension on his contract, and I think you'll see a lot of people like Zay. A lot of people started getting Zay Jones jerseys. I think you'll see a lot of Jags fans getting De'Ami Brown jerseys because I think he's going to be that good. Yeah. The receiving room altogether is just this is one of the best receiving rooms we've had in a very, very long time.
It has so much speed.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I'm excited, and Travis Hunter is by far the smallest guy in the wide receiver room, but he is fast, and some of the catches he can make, just his athleticism. I think he's the best athlete that we have in the wide receiver room, and then you got Brian Thomas Jr., who is just pure skill, and then of course De'Ami Brown is like the prototype wide receiver look. So I think we have everything that Trevor needs to be a successful quarterback when it comes to wide receivers.
Yeah, I think big years for Trevor and BTJ in particular.
Oh yeah.
My optimism for Travis as a rookie, and I mean you can look back at old Teal deals. I had my hesitations about BTJ going into the season just as rookie receivers. Now in recent history, been able to show out, but traditionally it has not been, stellar years, rookie years for receivers. So
Right.
I'm still gonna have reserve that, that optimism. But I do think
Yeah.
that he's obviously a special player.
That's why I have him not getting 1,000 yards in
Right.
when I had my predictions video.
Yeah.
I have him very modestly at 700-800. I think that he's the type of player that can get that. And again,
Seven eight
he's
hundred is going to be is a hell of a year.
it
I
is.
mean, considering that he's going to be playing two ways.
Right, right. And again, like I said, do we know how much and for what types of games? Like I'm sure there's going to be certain games where he's mostly on defense, some games where he's mostly on offense. I guess it just depends on the type of coordinators we're going up against and the type of schemes that they run. But I mean, these teams are going to be trying to prepare for Travis Hunter either way on either side of the ball because they don't quite know what he's going to, especially the first half of the season. They won't really know. So it's going to be fun to see.
I think he's going to be the type of player that it might start off slow for him in the year.
Yeah.
But he's just going to go. He's going to train and he's going to hammer it and he's going to work. And by if there's any like concerns about his route running ability, I think they're going to be put to bed by the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
just
for
because
sure.
of the type of character and type of football player that he wants to be.
Yeah.
So
he's already said it. He wants to win Super Bowls. He wants to be in the Hall of Fame. And
right.
if there's changes that need to be made, if he needs to fix things, he's going to do it because that's the type of player he is.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. All right. So line.
We didn't even talk about Parker
obvious.
Washington.
Well, I said it. I did bring his name up. I said he's a Christian Kirk.
Yeah, listen. I honestly could see them mainly using Parker as special teams, and potentially bringing in a different, like wide receiver 4 guy. I still think there's a chance they could still sign somebody.
Yeah, I like Parker. Parker's issue was all mental for him. He's got all the physical abilities, right?
Yeah.
Just needs to be at the right spot at the right time and catch the ball. I mean,
now,
that's literally 100% of what a receiver's job is. But
now, hear me out on this. I know Travis wants to play both ways.
Yeah.
But Scary Terry's not happy with his contract, and there's
let's
hear me out. Travis Hunter just as cornerback 1, and then you bring Scary Terry in as wide receiver 2. That would be
why don't
that
we bring
would be
in Trey Hendrickson while we're at it?
Yeah. I would much rather have Terry McLaurin on the team.
Terry.
Yeah, I really would.
That would be an insane. Oh my god, that would be that's
that'd be nice.
That's a crazy wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So line very obviously 4th,
yes.
right? 4-4.
Yep.
Then the running backs 3-4. Again,
yep.
No discredit to them. The QBs. We didn't even talk about Trevor's backup. We don't need to talk about backup.
We don't. Yeah.
Logan Cook's going to be holding the place or the kicks on field goals. We don't even need the damn ball, right? So
right.
And then obviously the receiver room at number 1.
Receiver room is at number 1 overall, I think.
Yeah, Vinny said top 10 receiver room in the NFL. I'm on board with that.
I'm on board with that as well. And J Baby says yes next day as far as De'Ami Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, nice mixture. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, how do we want to break up the defense? Do you want to do ends and interior, or do we want D-line?
Let's just do D-line.
Do you want to then do we want to do secondary, or do we want to do safety?
So if we do that, that's going to bring that group down a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that group still is kind of down.
I would if we just to make it 4 and 4, let's do linebackers, corners, safeties.
Let's do that. Okay. I'm okay with that.
So at 4,
safeties, for sure.
I mean,
you bring in Eric Murray, who had a questionable year with the Texans last year.
Yeah.
And you bring him in to start. I don't know. And again, I don't know much about him. I did do a little bit of research when we first got him, and it didn't stand out to me. I wasn't, it didn't move the needle, didn't impress me. I didn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
So
Darnell Savage still the free safety
yeah,
at one,
yep,
free safety one. You don't
yeah.
think Caleb Ransall takes
Well,
that from him?
I think Caleb Ransall takes it from him. I do. So yeah, I still think Eric Murray starts at strong, and then Caleb Ransall takes Savage's spot.
So I'm looking at the backfield in general, safeties and corners on the depth chart here at ESPN. Um, got some names that look like it does with okay. So you want Darnell Savage can be is a 1-2, so
Yeah.
that's a camp battle you think with Ransaw.
Yes.
Okay, Eric Murray, right? Pretty solid as strong safety one, right?
Yeah.
Behind him, Antonio Johnson, right? Still hoping that he can turn into something, you know.
Yeah, which I feel like Antonio Johnson and Daniel Thomas are
Incredible
going to be
last year, big
mainly
time.
be special teams
Special
guys.
teamer,
Yeah.
right? Dewey is third string free safety.
Yeah.
Is he a potential cut? And behind him is Daniel Thomas. I mean, two homebodies that we both I think like
Yeah.
as football guys, but when you're that low going into training camp, there's no guarantee, right? Like,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be tough to even talk about who's getting cut right now, but yeah.
yeah,
I don't know though.
I think, yeah.
I wouldn't say Dewey gets cut.
I think Dewey stays around. He's a special team captain, right?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he's
talk about the special team room
all the
having
players like him. He's a smart guy. You can put him in on the
he's
field. He
Trevor's
knows what's
body
going on.
double,
Yeah, he's
you
Trevor's
know,
body double. He's a lot smaller than Trevor, but yeah.
right? So
But yeah,
so
overall,
okay,
yeah, I would just say overall
not
this room does need a
really
little bit of
not
work.
much to talk about, really. I told you my fears about, um, Andre, Cisco
Yeah,
falling out for the Giants. My fears about that. He's with the Jets.
he's with the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now if he balls out for the Giants, that'll be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just
now hear me out though. I really think that the two guys that we got, Ransall and Lane. I know we got
mhm,
Lane super late in the draft, but honestly, those guys, the talent that they bring, Lane, I feel like was a kind of a steal late in the draft. People were like, "Huh, he's still available. That's
right.
weird."
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see how training camp goes about, but I think Lane might be one of those guys that takes a lead spot in special teams.
Hmm.
But Ransall's definitely a guy that I could see as a starter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on board with Ransaw, and he'll
Yeah.
he'll he'll play in the box too.
Yes.
So yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah. So again, yeah. No big surprise. Safeties would be our biggest concern, the biggest weakness we believe on this defense this year.
Right. Yep.
Right. So number three then would be
Linebackers
really
for me.
mm,
What were you leaning towards?
corners. I think the secondary in general is going to be. I like Foye.
Yeah.
I do. Obviously Foye is the guy, right? He's the green dot. He's the man right there in that room.
Yeah.
I love Ventrell Miller. I think Ventrell Miller, he had a great rookie season. Well, was it a rookie season or is this technically season? Because
He was hurt his rookie
hurt
season.
his
Yeah.
rookie year. So this is technically his third year.
Right. The only
I
reason
like
why
I like
I'm saying this for linebackers is there's a lot of question marks for Devin Lloyd, a lot of
yeah,
question marks for Chad Muma. Yes,
yeah.
Foye is definitely one of the best players on the team that we have. He brings that room up.
Mhm.
Ventrell, we definitely have to see another year from him back to back to really stand out. The guy that we got from Arizona, he is,
Dennis
yeah,
Arpack.
yeah, he's on the pup list currently.
Yeah.
Jack Kaiser is a rookie, so I just think there's a lot of question marks and there's a lot that we haven't seen from these guys. That's why I put them as three.
Outside of Foye, right?
Outside of
I
Foye,
mean,
yes,
I
Foye
mean,
brings that up completely, but
Devin he scores really well for PFF grades. But
Yeah.
if you watch Jaguars football like we do, you wouldn't know it
Right.
sometimes,
Yeah.
right? He gets lost in coverage. He's out
Yeah.
of position sometimes, but man, I still believe in that raw ability
Yeah.
of Devin.
I
And
agree.
going
I
into a
agree.
contract year, I think it's now or never for him,
Yeah.
right? In particular, as much as everybody says it's now or never for Trevor on offense, the man's been paid, so it
Yeah.
could be now or
It's
never. It's still Devin's still looking for that bag.
Trevor
It
technically
really is
has
now or
at least one more year of kind of because he's in a new system, new offensive system. Yes, technically they're all in a different system,
never. Right?
but
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd has a lot more question marks, and they didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so he has
Yeah,
a
and I
lot
don't
more to
know. I
prove.
heard, I heard that had something to do with like outside linebackers are skewed because
Yeah,
some of them are edge rushers and some of them are not.
right,
But it all falls into one basket kind of a thing, which is kind of crazy to me. If
right,
that's
right,
true,
right.
that's kind of ridiculous. Um. Okay, so all right, so your argument for the linebackers at 3 is just the question marks of Devin Lloyd. Still need to see more from Ventrell Miller, and then the backups are still kind of unproven, right?
Yes, yes,
Pat Muma hasn't shown you anything to say to be on the team long term. We picked up this Dennis Gardeck, and he's already hurt. Jack Kaiser's a rookie. I hear you.
yeah,
I that's those solid arguments. No
right.
lie.
What's up, Charlie boy? How you doing?
Tyson Campbell and Jarian Jones, love them,
Yeah,
right? And then obviously Travis being on the other side for corners,
right. I
right?
think Travis and also Jordan Lewis from Dallas, I think brings that room up a
Yeah,
lot. Tyson Campbell, if he stays healthy, again, that's we talked about this. One of the part of the coaching staff I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more of
yeah,
or out of is the strength and conditioning, because if they can keep Tyson Campbell healthy, you've got Tyson Campbell, you've got Travis Hunter coming in,
right.
and he can kind of plug and play where you need him in certain schemes that are set up. Jordan Lewis is an absolute dog on the field. He's a ball hawk. He's everywhere. Um,
Jarian
but
Jones actually played fairly well on the outside when he was asked to do it last year after the injury
yeah,
to the secondary
I
cornerback. I
think
mean, he
Jerry
was, he
Jones is
was
going
a
to have a
nickel,
hell of
he
a
was
year.
a nickel corner, but he was forced outside.
Yeah,
And I guess he played as well as he could. I mean, still really not great for the secondary last year, but
right,
yeah.
right.
I guess
You know,
both of those rooms I could flip flop. I kind of see them, kind of like right here for each other.
they're
It's
close.
they could, yeah. It's not. I mean, safety's like way down here, and obviously we think probably if this is going to be the D line, obviously spoiler alert.
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No, our D
um,
line's definitely the top
yeah,
when it
the
comes to the
highlight,
defense. Yes.
which is going to benefit the secondary,
It will.
right? If
Yeah.
if if we think what's going to happen this year with comes to fruition, I think we're going to see a great year from the secondary.
Yes. I completely agree.
With that being said, obviously number one would then be the D line.
Yeah.
Uh,
Josh Hines Allen, Eric Armstead, Trayvon Walker, Devon Hamilton, again, if he's fully healthy, he's
2
a
years removed from that
great
health
run
scare.
stopper. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Mason Smith, he is on the pup list. We don't know what's going on with that. But year 2 could be a big year for him when he comes in. We brought back Smoot, which is
right.
nice to
Brought
see.
in brought in Emmanuel Ogba,
Yep,
right?
Ogba is going to be huge to watch. Um, yeah, Jordan Jefferson, we forget about him. We brought him in last year. There's a
Last
chance
year,
he,
another
could
rookie.
take
Yeah,
the next step. We got a lot. Yasir Abdullah, who
I that
he's made
he's a
some.
cut. He's a cut cat. He's a
That's what I'm.
he'll
Yeah,
be
I
he'll
mean,
be on
compared to
he'll
the
be
other
on the
guys,
practice squad, I think, but I think he gets cut.
yeah, I
Which
mean,
I'm rooting for the guy, obviously.
the other
Awesome, but
names here: James Carpenter, Eli Mostert,
yeah,
Kiwi Rose, Ethan
Ethan Downs,
Downs.
Danny Strigau.
Yeah, yeah. I think it is going to be tough to make the final roster. Uh, Yasir's one of those guys that made some good plays, but then there were some times when it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, overall though, the D line is just really good. I have no issues really with the starting four as long as Hamilton stays healthy.
And Eric Armstead stays inside.
Yes, which is what he
And they're not,
wants to
and
do.
they're also not switching them out every 3 plays.
Yes, that was absolutely horrible. They I understand keeping them fresh, right?
Right.
But you're also not allowing them to get a feel
Warm
for the
up.
game.
Right.
Right.
Not letting them warm up.
Right. Let them go up against the tackles or the guards that they're going to be going up against all game and get used to the way that those guys play. Not, oh, you're going to be fresh, and then they go in, and then the guy who has been fresh on the offensive line across from you has been in and is just getting a rhythm and a groove for what the game's got going on. I do agree with keeping them fresh, but not that fresh. I hated that.
I was wrong. I remember talking to you last year with the onset of the season and being like, "Ooh, Ryan Nielsen's gonna keep these guys. We've got
Yeah.
these guys are gonna be ready. They're gonna be fresh for the fourth quarter." It just never materialized. They also asked everybody to put on like 30 pounds, so you got like
I know.
Eddie Lacy running around in the backfield. So
yeah, and
or me. You can say me. Sorry, Eddie. From a fatty to another fatty.
Right.
Business being in the secondary. So.
Yeah. Again, I will take every chance that I get ever since it happened. Mike Caldwell, I'm going to apologize to you directly for what happened to you. You were the scapegoat. You weren't the problem. Yeah. And the media and Doug and everybody got us all hyped up for Ryan Nielsen. And then we quickly realized that Mike Caldwell probably should have been the only coach on the team to frickin' stay. Right. That is it.
Hey, Josh, you know how you had 17 sacks last year? I need you to put on about 40 pounds and then not lose a single step, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, your body can't break down by carrying all that extra weight around.
Yeah, and also you're going to play, 1 or 2 snaps every 5 snaps, so... Yeah.
You're like in the top 5 for Defensive Player of the Year contention. So obviously there's something we need to get that next level.
Right.
And by doing that, you put on all that weight.
Mike Caldwell got Josh Hines-Allen to be the player we knew he could be, and then that fell apart last year. Yeah. Like, yes, he still got pressures and everything, but it just didn't seem like the same guy. And he said it when he was interviewed at the ESPYs. I think he said he was just happy to be at a good playing weight. Yeah. I think it was the ESPYs. It was one of the interviews. He said he was happy to be at a good playing weight.
At the ESPYs.
Right.
Did you catch the ESPYs? I didn't watch the ESPYs.
I didn't watch. I watched clips, but yeah, it was about it.
Shane Gillis is Shane Gillis. It's you're gonna get those jokes. I mean, I don't know what you're expecting.
He's a comedian. Let comedians tell edgy jokes. That's what it's about.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody, listen. I'm not trying to get political here, but everybody just needs to take the stick out of their ass.
That's all.
Yeah, take a chill pill and just let things happen. I think it is what it is.
Let a joke be a joke.
Exactly. It's okay.
Nobody actually thinks that Caitlin Clark's going to retire from the WNBA, fight black women at the Waffle House.
If that ever happens, it will.
Be serving Trevor.
They will put it online. It will be online for everyone to see.
Over at World Star.
Yes. Oh my God. But yeah, so do you agree that our wide receiver room is the best room we've got?
Overall room?
Overall.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then what takes the weakest between the line and then the safeties? The safeties.
I think it's just the pure amount of change that we've got on the O-line could be huge for us. Because we've got Wyatt Milam coming in. He's technically listed as the second man up for the right guard position, who a newcomer, Patrick McCarry, is taking that spot as well. Robert Hainsey is listed as the starter at center right now. But also Luke Fortner could have a comeback year because that's his coach. That's his coach, and I know you want to see it. I know you want to see it.
I have no reason to have any more rooting interest for Luke than he's a Jaguar. But there's something I'm just there for the man.
Listen,
I want the kid to succeed.
I have been very critical of Luke Fortner, but if he comes in and he, outperforms the guy up above him, so be it. I'm all here for the best players being in the best positions to win. So if he shows himself and, he's looking good and he's, not just hiking the ball and standing there like it seems like he used to do.
Standing straight up, right?
Just standing straight up like, oh, what's happening? Hey,
Trevor, look out, Trevor.
Hey, Trevor. Trevor, oh my God, are you okay? What happened? They got to you so fast. What happened?
He wasn't going to do anything.
Oh my God, Luke, if you're watching this, we love you. We hope you. We wish you the best. We want you to perform. We want you to outperform yourself. Okay, be the best you that you can be. Okay,
and then some.
And then some. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Because if that was the best you could be 2 years ago,
yeah, we need to see
a little bit better.
we need you to be a lot better. Sorry. Listen, could I be a center? No. Absolutely not. We're just fans. Absolutely not. I'm not saying I could go out there and do any better. Nope. Yeah.
Obviously not.
But would I hike? But would I hike the ball and mentally be like, I'm going to give everything I got? Absolutely. That's all I can ask for.
Stop thinking about astrophysics for a second, Luke, and
right.
Think about football.
Football. Hike ball. Stop, man. That's what you need to think about. Go caveman.
Right?
Yes.
Hordor.
Yes. That is what we need.
Yeah.
Or you could be Gandalf.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking Hordor just because of
I'm just thinking you shall not pass.
You should. I
just fucking stop the dude. Just hike the ball. Freaking stop. Sorry for cussing. I gotta cut back on that, guys. No more.
I heard. I heard freaking.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said freaking.
You totally said freaking.
Totally. Don't rewind it because we know for a fact I said freaking.
No, it's.
What are you looking forward to most for training camp? Yeah.
Oh boy, I mean the obvious answer is no injury, right? That I think we just get away from week 1, no injuries. I mean,
really would like that.
And then the other obvious answer, Travis. I mean, really,
yeah.
That's the showstopper. That's the big ticket this week.
Yeah.
It's going to be Travis. I mean, get him on offense, get him on defense, have him, mirror himself,
yes.
if you could,
Yeah.
I still have wet dreams about that pick that he did in minicamp.
Yeah. Listen, we need a catch like that kid in flag football.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the Jaguars won flag football.
The flag football championship. We brought a championship to Duval, baby. Let's go.
Duval, baby.
Shout out to those guys. And what's that kid's name? I can't remember his name. But that catch that he made.
Go do something with that, man.
I know. And he's only 14. That kid's he's gonna do well going into high school, college. I wish him nothing but the best. And maybe in the future, maybe the Jags will be at a spot to be able to draft him. Hopefully he's good, but only good enough to be the 32nd pick for us to take him when it comes time for that draft. Exactly. Yeah, so Bryson Wright. Thank you. Nick, don't even have to clip it. I said freaking. You don't have to clip it. It's already clipped in my brain. I got it. Yeah. But yeah, for me, man, I know this is going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, it's always about Trevor. But I'm really I want to see Trevor. And it's not just Trevor. I want to see him I know he's been practicing with all the guys, but I just want to see everything click with the wide receiver room. I want to see everything get put together and look good for him. I want him to succeed. And like we said earlier, I think this wide receiver room gives him some of the best chances to succeed. I feel like there should be less drops. That's been a curse of Trevor with his stat line is the drops. If the O-line can protect him and these receivers just catch the ball, I think Trevor's stats are going to be through the roof. Like we said earlier, will he get MVP? Absolutely not. They're not going to give Trevor MVP, even if he, succeeds well past other quarterbacks. Are they going to give it to the next guy up? Are they going to give it to a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen? Absolutely. But all I'm looking for is to see MVP finalist Trevor. I want to see that. Like, he doesn't even have to be MVP. I just want to see him playing his best football, give me everything he's got. I want the O-line to play at the best of their ability to keep him upright and give him a little extra time to be able to throw the ball, and I want the receivers to catch the ball. That's it. I want him to do everything he can do, and I want everyone around him to do the best they can do to let the team succeed. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. To be a good football team.
And then, yeah, that's all I'm asking for. I'm only just in training camp, just the first.
That's it.
Is that too much to ask you guys?
Right.
MVP type caliber play.
Can you just be an MVP talks, please? That's it. That's all I'm asking. That's pretty damn easy. I could do it.
That would be quite a feat to go through the first week of training camp, and then everybody's like, "Ooh, this is MVP season."
Right.
this is
but here's the thing.
MVP season underway.
Here's the thing. I know we're not going to hear that, and I'm not even going to say that. But we're going to hear, he's not ready. He's not the guy.
Yeah.
We'll definitely hear the opposite in training camp.
The first interception, the first incomplete pass.
Exactly.
Throw.
Yeah. We'll see it all day. Trevor making good passes in training camp, and people being like, "Hey, this is what we expected," and then one mistake, throw it out the window. Right, it's done. Season's over.
Don't get the boat. He's ripping cigs and building his house.
Yeah. Why did we get rid of Mac Jones?
Right.
Dumb decision, James Gladstone. Dumb decision. Then they're gonna start shitting on James Gladstone. But it is what it is. Palm Bay says Jaguars are flag football champions. Super Bowl champions is next. Imagine.
This is like the first year in a few years now that I don't have like an underdog that I'm really got my eyes set on for as far as like camp is concerned. Because again, like we said, going into the ranking all the rooms.
Yeah.
The wide receiver room is a top 10. We believe top 10 room. Right?
Yeah, top
10 receiving room.
Top 10 receiving room in the NFL. Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, those spots are set really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe tight end 2, Johnny Munt, Hunter Long, Quentin Morris. Who's going to take number 2?
Well, Johnny Munt and Hunter Long are pretty much blocking tight ends.
Yeah.
But as far as who's going to be number 2, I don't know. And could one of those guys just outperform?
You know what I need to see? Not necessarily week 1 of training camp. I need Walker Little to win that freaking spot. Earn that freaking money that Broad Dog gave you.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, like, again, another guy I love. I got an affinity for linemen. I want Walker to win that spot and earn that money. Because honest to God, when that deal came through, it felt like Trent was trying to save his job. You can't fire me. I just spent all of your money on these. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna bring somebody in to cut all these.
Yeah.
And then they go and get a guy who's not afraid to cut these people, even if they're spending money on it.
Exactly. Now I will say one thing: the guy that's behind Walker Little to take his spot potentially, Fred Johnson. I've heard some positives and some negatives. I don't know much about him, but all I do know is that dude is a monster. The dude's huge.
Yeah.
So if that guy steps up in training camp and performs better, you best believe they're going to put him in that starting spot just because of the sheer size of the guy. So if he outperforms Walker Little, that's it. Like you're in.
Yeah.
Walker Little's getting pushed back, and then potentially, they might be like, well, we've got these other guys that are performing well. We could move Wyatt Milam over, behind Fred Johnson. Or what if Wyatt Milam's just performing better? And they're like, well, we can. That's what I liked about these pickups, and we didn't talk about this at all with the O-line, is a lot of these guys can play multiple positions on the line. So if one person's not performing like they should, they go next in line, move somebody over. They can mix match until they get the right formula for the line. So no one really is safe when it comes to the O-line. It's whoever outperforms the next guy.
Right, and the one that can communicate best with the other four, right?
Yeah. Sleek, what's up, buddy? I did go AWOL for a bit, but we're back, and we're here to stay, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Duval Davis back! Sorry.
And I mean, this will be obviously a conversation to reevaluate when we get towards the regular season and the we have to cut down to 53. But do you have a name in mind right now?
Sorry, say that one more time. You cut out just for a second.
So who do you think would be a surprise cut? We can reevaluate.
Oh yeah, surprise cut.
Preseason's done and the 53-man has to be found at 5. Name now that you're like, oh, this guy might get cut.
I kind of hinted this at the beginning of this. I think there's a chance we bring in another receiver. There's a chance Parker Washington could get cut.
You think Parker Washington?
That would be my surprise. I think he's more likely to get pushed to permanent returner.
Yeah.
But there is a chance he could get cut. That would be my surprise. Because I still think he makes the roster, but it would be a big surprise for him to get cut.
We both think that Dewey stays, right?
I think so. I would say so. Give me something crazy here. Give me something crazy.
I mean, it's not terribly crazy because I'm the weakest room right now.
Yeah. Go to the second weakest room. Give me something crazy there.
So the second weakest room would be the line, and so my surprise cut from the line would be Walker Little. I don't. That would be if that's what we just got done talking about.
F them picks, F them contracts.
I don't think that he's earned that contract.
Right.
And we just said that James Gladstone's not a people with their contract. If they haven't earned it, they haven't earned it.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't blink when they got rid of Gabe Davis.
Right.
They didn't even talk about Gabe Davis when they were talking about implementation.
Oh, you cut out really bad right there. I don't know what it is towards the end. Towards the end here, you're cutting out. I think your mic's over to the.
It's over here.
That's right. Shadowblade says, "How bad is defense with Mason Graham and Derek Gardner on injury list?" You talking about Mason Smith?
Yeah, you'll have to talk to the Browns about that. I mean,
yeah, Mason
up in minicamp, but I don't know about him being on the Mason Graham being on the pup list over there.
Yeah, Mason Graham, and I think you're talking about Dennis Gardeck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the defense will be a bigger surprise than.
Yeah.
I just do. I don't know. I just it's all feels for me. I have no basis. I don't even name to be quite honest with you. No. But anyway, what I was saying is, we were asking about surprise cuts for this preseason, and I said Walker Little would be a surprise cut because of his contract, but because he hasn't. We don't. I'm not putting words in your mouth, am I? I don't think that either contract that he got from Trent last year, right?
Right.
Because he couldn't even win the starting job over Cam Robinson last year, right? Cam was traded, and so Walker won it by default, right? So James has already shown his ability to cut people regardless of their contract status. I mean, they got rid of Gabe Davis without even blinking, right? They didn't even discuss Gabe as an option when discussing the offense and how they were going to utilize the.
Yeah.
Right? So Walker would be my surprise cut. I was going to bring up Darnell Savage as another one.
Yeah, that's a potential.
What we've heard about Caleb Ransaw.
Right, yeah. But then again, you've got a couple of these guys that would have to step up also. I
Well,
wouldn't
again,
say
if Dewey's not going to get cut, like we both don't think that he will, you
yeah,
get rid of Darnell, you put Caleb in, and then you flip the two,
yeah,
with Dewey.
right. Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. But I agree with Walker Little. I don't think they're afraid, especially when it comes to the O line, because they knew coming in that was a main focus. They did a lot by bringing in Patrick McCarry, Robert Hainsey, Fred Johnson. Then they drafted Wyatt Milam, and then Cooper Hodges is gone. That was a I had high
Yeah,
hopes for
that
Cooper
one's
Hodges.
bad,
I
man.
really liked Cooper Hodges.
Because he was like, wasn't he like a focus point of the hunt or something like that?
Yeah, and he was like
Like they spent a lot of time on him last year in like one of those hunt series.
pretty sure he's somewhat local to Jacksonville.
He's a local guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Sleek says, "Where do y'all think Hunter is getting more snaps?"
Wide
I've
receiver.
said defense for me.
He's gonna get more snaps on defense.
I think so.
I believe he should. He's
Yeah,
more naturally a DB. They drafted that kid to be a receiver.
yeah. Like I said,
He's gonna get more snaps
it
on
depends on the
receiver.
game. It depends on the game and the team is what he gets most snaps. If they
Overall over a season though, I say he's gonna play more receiver than DB.
now going up against the Panthers, he's definitely going to play receiver a lot more.
Yeah.
Like talking to my friend Vic, he's in our Discord. Which, by the way, if you are not in the Discord, the link is in the description below, or it is pinned. It's the pinned comment. You can click it, go there. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We chat all the time in there in the Discord. But I was talking to my friend Vic, who's a Panthers fan. He says their defense is probably going to get ran over a lot. And then they just had they had a guy that they just got rid of today because he was still in concussion protocol for 6 months.
Oh boy.
And he's the guy that replaced Brian Burns.
Yeah.
So now they don't have Brian Burns or the guy that replaced him. Yeah, I know that kind of sucks. If you're in concussion protocol for 6 months,
6 months, that's a retirement thing, man. That's
Trevor
awful.
says Cooper is still on the team, just on the PUP list, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if he is great, I eventually want to see him do something. I mean, he's just had injury after injury, and it's been terrible because I know the guy loves football. He loves the city. He wants to play well. He wants to get out there and play. I just feel so bad
he's
for him.
he's definitely a guy that you could root. You know what I mean? Just the energy and the enthusiasm that he has for the game and for the team. You definitely want the best for the kid. So, I mean, I know this wasn't a plan, but we usually dress 6, 7 linemen. We usually retain 8 when cut down to the 53, right?
Yeah.
The 5 starters, and then 2 or 3 backups, right?
Right.
Really, So you've got Walker, Ezra, Robert, Patrick, Anton as the starters right now.
Yeah.
So that leaves 3 other guys, right?
Man,
Wyatt Milam, right?
Yeah.
Fred Johnson, we just talked about. So that leaves 1 spot for my boy Luke, Cole Van Lanen.
Which now that we bring that up,
Foster.
I think Luke might be a practice squad guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut or placed on the practice squad. That would not be a surprise for me.
Right. Now, like I said, he's your guy, and he's, Liam was his coach in college. So it all depends. These are the next few weeks where it all matters right here. Luke Fortner needs to take all the criticism, all the pain, all the hurt, and just put it together, and he needs to bust his ass and show in training camp and in these preseason games that he's got it. He's probably going to be protecting Nick Mullins in preseason. August 6th, maybe? 9th.
August, against Pitt.
Against Pittsburgh, yeah. And I saw earlier, I didn't bring it up, Jacob, who's a Steelers fan, asked me the score prediction for that game. I can't predict a preseason score.
35.5 to 3.14. 5.718.
Right. Like, I barely know our depth chart and some of these guys on here.
Yeah.
let alone the Steelers depth chart, because some like the first game, first string might not even play. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know what? It still blows my mind that people will bet on preseason games. And God bless you guys if
Yeah.
that's your shtick and that's what you love to do. I'm not hating on it, but you might have a problem if you're betting on preseason games, man.
But Eric, that's where the money's at. You bet on the preseason. That's where you get the big bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I've bet on games before. I definitely couldn't bet on. I'm not a betting man. I'm really not. Don't trust me when it comes to bets. Like, I can tell you like good players and good teams and when we do our pick'ems and stuff like that, yes, we are very biased when it comes to the Jags, but I feel like most of the time when we pick other teams, we take into consideration like what players are hurt and what teams are doing good against, certain schemes. We take that into consideration, but am I going to bet on that shit? Absolutely not. Like that's not my jam.
Yeah, that's not.
But is it my buttered sausage? I don't know. Sorry, I had to bring that up.
Yeah, right. I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, I've missed really saying it's not who you got by, but by how much.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
That first one's gonna hit like crack. And then I'm gonna say Jaguars by 50.
So, that is something, because you did not put that in any of your bold predictions this year. Do you have a 50 burger? Do you have a 50 burger? Because I think we can lay 40 game one.
I think we could lay 40 game one. I don't want to predict that game yet.
Yeah.
But that game potentially could be a let's say like a 38-17.
Yeah.
Potentially, from what I see right now, from what I've seen of the Panthers. Now they've got some surprise guys. They've got Tet McMillan, and then they've got tiny short man Bryce Young. Can he see over the line to throw it? We will see. I don't know. And I gather some information from my friend Vic. Their defense isn't that great. I don't know how their line is. I really don't. This is going to be for a Teal Deal for another week for us to do a deep dive into that. But right now we can take a quick look and see what the Panthers got going on. I'm curious.
Well, I was looking where the 50 burger might come from.
That too. Is Bryce Young even gonna... Big Charles, what's up, man? I'm glad you're back as well, man. Happy to see you in here. Is Bryce Young gonna start, or are they gonna toss Andy Dalton in there?
I think the defenses in division are going to keep us from getting 50 burgers.
I think the best case for a 50 burger is against the Panthers.
I think it is. I mean,
three
no.
of the Panthers, we've got questionable, questionable. They do have Trayvon Moehrig, which is decent. J.C. Horn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bobby Brown is the guy that...
still in concussion protocol.
He's the concussion protocol guy, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you can hear it, locally for you. Just everybody thinks that, week one's a win for them too.
Right? I hear it constantly that the Panthers are winning week one. Now I want to hear it from you guys in chat. We've talked about our bold predictions, our bold takes for the Jaguar season. What do you guys think? And what are your bold predictions? I want to hear it from everybody in chat. I want to see some bold predictions.
And a bold cut. I want to know who we're cutting.
Yeah, and some bold and some cuts. Who do you think is on the cut list?
Casualty.
Yeah, cut casualty. Corbin says, I think Panthers start Bryce Young. He showed some promise near the end of the last season.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. Now, are they going to be
on David Tepper throwing a drink on a Jaguar fan?
Oh, that's I'll definitely see that happening. Yeah. We need our best guys right there at the underneath the boxes, just talking shit to David Tepper. Yeah. Just get the drink on him. What happened with that? Didn't they like settle with the guy? They paid him a little bit of money.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go get your money.
I think isn't David Tepper like banned from Everbank?
He might be. Hey, listen, I don't know much about David Tepper. I just know a lot of like city council members in Charlotte and a lot of business owners in Charlotte hate the guy.
Yeah.
Like they despise him, what he brings to Charlotte. Now he's gotten a little bit better from what I've heard. I guess he's taken some of the criticism a little bit better and he's changed some stuff. But still, a lot of people do not like the guy.
Yeah.
Vic also said that David Tepper has decided to take a step back and not be as involved in football as he was.
Yeah.
That's probably a smart decision.
Probably smart. Yeah. ETN, huh? ETN as a cut. I would see him as a trade.
They're not gonna cut ETN.
I think he's way too talented to be cut.
He has value.
I think he's a trade candidate.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it last year. It was like after week 4. Like, okay, he's on the trading block.
Yeah, I agree. He has too much value to cut, but I would rather keep him. But if they're going to do something with him, I'd rather be in a trade. Absolutely don't want to see him cut
up. It sounds like Liam's got plans for him. Yeah. Liam's not afraid to what he thinks he can do with these guys.
Also, you know what I mean? Also, ETN has been everywhere that Trevor has gone with BTJ and Travis Hunter. They've all been practicing together.
Was he in the Bahamas? Or it was Bahamas?
I think he went to the Bahamas, and then I don't know where they were at. I think it was local, but they were all practicing together again, and Etienne was there. So, yeah, read on a few sites. I couldn't see it. There's some local Jags media people that have brought it up and saying that, you know, he could be cut or traded. Trade definitely, like I said, he's got too much value to just be cut. Yeah, a team would pick him up immediately as soon as he's cut. Like, he's that type of player. Now, I wouldn't say he's got more than he's probably worth a 4th, but still, that's better than getting cut.
Yeah. It would be cutting him. It would be a 1-year rental because his rookie deal's done this year, so it's like a prove it, like, you know, rental, and if you want to extend him.
Right. I say
then maybe we get it. Well, the other side of that would then be we get if he.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
No. I don't think if we cut him, it's compensatory. I think it's only if we lose him to.
Right. Yeah. Listen, I say let him perform this year on the team. If he does well, offer him a decent contract. If he wants to take it, great. If not, he's going to hit free agency, because I don't think that's going to be somebody we're going to use a franchise tag on. But yeah, I say let him.
Not with how some of these, you know, Saquon's getting paid, and
yeah, exactly.
Josh Jacobs is getting paid right now. He's not of that ilk, right? So
right.
I love Travis Etienne. I hope he can be of that. You know,
yeah,
right?
Me too. Listen, I would love to see him, Tank, and Bashal Tootin stay on the team for a few years, and I would want to see that room get going as well as the wide receiver room. I'd absolutely love to see it. Now, if you can keep Travis on Travis may know, like, yeah, I'm not worth Saquon money, but I want a good deal that benefits me, but also helps the team. I want to stay. I think Travis is that type of guy.
He wants to stay with Trevor.
Yeah, right? I think he's that type of guy. I think we could see that. I think we could see a team-friendly deal for 2 or 3 years. Let him stay on for a little bit longer.
Not too far away from home. You know,
right.
He doesn't want to go. Don't go play for the Saints. You don't want to go play for.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Stay. You know, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Wait. Also, isn't? Yeah, Trevor Etienne is on the Panthers. I forgot about that. They picked him up. Yeah. So that'll be. I mean, he's listed as the 3rd running back.
Yeah, I was about to say he must have been an undrafted free agent, because I don't remember.
I think so. Yeah, it was either way late or undrafted. Yeah. Let me see if this tells me here.
It should tell you.
Oh, it was round 4, actually.
Never mind.
Round 4, pick 114 to Carolina.
Listen, I thought Andre Cisco played Giants.
Yeah.
1 or some shit like that.
Oh man.
I don't know. I don't know. Other teams.
Right.
That's what XP is for. You guys go. Listen to David.
Yeah, me and Mike tomorrow.
You and Mike. Yeah, Dave and Mike.
Yeah, tomorrow we're doing the AFC East. A lot of people. So people in the Discord voted for which division we're going for next. So we're gonna rank those teams tomorrow. So make sure you hit that up. Now it is a daytime show, and not a lot of people are. It's 1:00.
1:00.
Yeah, so I know a lot of people might not have the time to catch us there, but you can watch the video recording after. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at 1:00.
I voted for AFC West. I'm really interested in knowing what the AFC West is gonna look.
Yeah, I was gonna put NFC in there, but I figured let's go ahead and just get all of the AFC. Yeah.
You might need to speed it up a little. I mean, how many?
I'm gonna have to do 2 teams in 1 week.
Away from football, right?
6.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you've got all of August, so you'll be able to get them all.
I might have to do 2 divisions in 1 week at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be fine. All right, is that we calling it there? Is this a good day? Did we have a?
I think great conversation. I've loved I loved breaking down the roster and the rooms. Ranking them. Excited for tomorrow. Excited to see what happens.
The only disagreement we had as far as the rankings go were the linebackers corners. Yeah, so we were pretty spot on with everything else.
But again, please, football gods, no injuries.
No injuries, right? Please.
Yeah.
Please. And then we're only a couple weeks away from that first preseason game.
August 9th, man.
August 9th.
This is going to be the longest, 18 days? This 18 days is going to drag.
18 days, 2.5 weeks, man.
Not only is it because it's like the hottest time of year, and you're just like, God, get me into September, cooler weather.
Yeah.
But God, get me into September for, I hate like praying to scoot on past each day, cherish each day.
Yeah.
But man, it's ready.
Tough.
It's time.
Yeah. Let me just take a nap for 18 days. I could miss 18 days.
I need to go into hibernation.
I could miss 18 days. Absolutely. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Hit the subscribe button if you have not yet. I know there might be some lurkers in here hanging out. If you liked what you heard, hit the like button, subscribe. Please, if you are not in the Discord, join it. We're about to hit 50 members. We're like 11 members away from 50. Let's boost that thing up, especially during the season. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun in the Discord during the season.
Pick'ems. We're gonna do pick'ems.
We're gonna do pick'ems.
Invited to do pick'ems with us. So.
Oh yeah, everything is gonna be ran through the Discord, so make sure you guys are there. Vinny, appreciate you as well. Sleek, thank you, everybody. And what are you hitting me with this time? A little Duval. We'll hit a couple different ones. Duval.